Welcome to the Real CP Show. I am your host, CP. And today's topic, xenophobic allegations by numbers of Nigerians against numbers of South Africans. And those numbers of Nigerians demand protections for them in South Africa. But wait a minute now. No Pan-Africanism? See, the thing about it is, various sectionality people within certain sections of the ancient, resource-rich African continent, the one applies to, numbers of them do not like for Black Americans to see what's really going on in various sections over there. And to just sit there and have some archaic, romanticized Pan-Africanism thought pattern. What? Right? Which there is no such thing. And the last time there might have been a possibility of a constructiveness of Pan-Africanism might have been in the 90s, right? On their part. But now that's long beyond gone now. You understand? Long beyond gone. But again, you got people, the Black Americans in America say, just call yourself Africans. When many numbers of personnel within sectionality of Africa don't even call themselves Africans, right? They'll be like, no. We'll try it first. No. Then our nationality is second. Do you understand? Then we may call ourselves Africans third. Now we'll say African when it's a benefit in general, but we're gonna make sure you go by our tribe first. So let's go ahead and share my screen. Real quick show. One moment. Make sure you can see that. Xenophobic terror. Which Nigerians? Now afraid to go to school. Open shops. Tinubu, Nigerian president. Tinubu Gov. They're demanding that, or Tinubu Gov demands urgent protection from South Africa. Does that sound like, again, Pan-Africanism to you? Now, watch it for a second. When you ask the question, what does this generic word that is going around quite a lot in general, talking about xenophobic or xenophobia, right? Just going across the word, going across the generic lexicon terminology, like the word white supremacist. When 50 years ago, so many people didn't even know what white supremacy is or was, and now the word white supremacy is in the cool word lexicon, but that's a different topic in itself. But xenophobia or xenophobic in general is the fear, dislike, or hatred of anything that is strange, foreign, or outside of one's own group. Wait a minute now. One's own group. But wait a minute. You got people that still keep trying to tell Black Americans to call themselves Africans. But these games are ridiculously easily see through, as if Black Americans are not their own unique culture. That's why lineage is extremely important, especially to relate over Black American. So let's go ahead and read this article. This is April 29th, 2026 article. Today is May the 19th, 2026. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to go over numbers of this part because I want to read a couple of different comments on the article. The commission, in a press statement issued on Wednesday and signed by its chairman, whatever this person, said the situation in parts of South Africa has worsened despite previous diplomatic engagement between both countries as if it's some kind of transcontinental countries. The Bola Tinubu led government through the Nigerians and Diaspora Commission has slammed the South African government's handling of the renewed wave of xenophobic attacks in the country. Okay. Calling on the government to immediately protect Nigerians and other Black immigrants. It's like the silliness. They use these silly little words. It's like within Americanism how they try to play this little black and brown nonsensical game, or communities of color, or marginalized communities. You'd be like, what does that have to do with Black Americans? Black Americans are their own unique culture. But it's doubly and triply kindergarten level to be like Black immigrants, huh? And Africa, Nigeria, and South Africa. Using Black immigrants. Facing harassment, intimidation, and violent attacks and unaliveness. The commission, in a press conference issued on Wednesday and signed by its chairman, such and such personnel, said the situation in parts of South Africa has worsened despite previous diplomatic engagements between both countries. They read it again. I'm sorry. I read it twice. Sorry. According to such and such person, children of Nigerian descent are now living in fear and avoiding school, while business owners are too terrified to open their shops over fears of looting and target attacks. By whom? People that look like that person, right? Oh, but you got the ones that flee over to America as fast as possible and have the nerve to say, oh, those lazy Black folks, and look what's going on in various parts of Africa. The nerve of some of these fleers and tethers, the ones applies to. See, they can't get things situated in their own countries and cities and towns that they fled from. Do you understand? Because they are embarrassed. And again, I'm not talking about some of the good brothers and sisters in Africa who know they are, and they know what's going on. While many expected a de-escalation of tensions following early engagements between both governments, the situation on the ground is deteriorating. She added the reports reaching the commission show the community leaders have documented fresh incidents of violence and intimidation within the last 72 hours. Such and such, the acronym, urge the South African authorities to take urgent and visible steps to safeguard all foreign nationals who reside in the country, stressing that each responsibility is backed by international law and the African Union protocols on free movement and human rights. The commission also strongly rejected what is described as the profiling and stigmatization of Nigerians in South Africa. I want you to see how the cockiness of illogicalness in the infantile level, how that sounds. Profiling and stigmatization of Nigerians in South Africa. But this is supposed to be what? A continent where what? 95, 99% will be black by category color. Do you see the most crazy stuff? That's how they sound. But again, you got people trying to tell fleers and tellers, keep trying to tell Black Americans call yourself Africans. They're nerve of these. Oh boy, this game is so easily seen through. However, collective punishment and blanket labeling of an entire nationality are unacceptable and dangerous. Let me go back. We state clearly that such and such acronym rejects the profile and generalization of all Nigerians. Crime has no nationality, and any individual, regardless of origin, who commits an offense should be investigated and made to face the full penalty of South African law. Boy, I tell you. Oh, but see, I guess that romanticism is out the door, right? On Tuesday, this particular entity reported that the Nigerian Catchball Federation announced its withdrawal from forthcoming international competition in South Africa, citing escalating xenophobic attacks and growing concerns over the safety of Nigerian athletes and officials. I'm not going to read this whole article. Let me see here. Read that. No. Mm-hmm. 1 second here. So I'm not reading this whole article. You get the gist of what I'm going reading on it. Video circulating. Video circulating online showed terrified pupils fleeing classrooms as tension escalated, with some scenes captured the sound of boom booms. You heard the words on that. Further heightening fears over public safety. Again, by whom again? People that look like that person. No. Don't y'all put us in one category. No. We are all Nigerians of this tribe. Well, anyway, Nigerians in general. But that's South Africa. We ain't the same. Of course, you ain't the same. But of course, when one's flee to America, right, and tether off, trying to tether off cosplaying Black Americans, right? Oh, y'all being divisive, Black Americans, go to Haiti. See, they come over this scamming mentality. They're nonsensical chocolate bonganas of scamming mentality to try to play these little word terminology tactics. It's like an infant trying to sit there and talk to an adult about current situations in history. Oh boy. In another incident, an Ethiopian national was reportedly shot unalive in Johannesburg, and what authorities suspect is a targeted unalivement. While a Nigerian trader was publicly threatened in order to leave by anti-immigrant protesters. My goodness, I'm done with that. I mean, just the infantileness, right? But again, the romanticizing that numbers of Black Americans are supposed to be doing toward various sections of Africa, right, is delusionary in overall, right? But that's the game they keep trying to play toward Black Americans overall. This comment says, Tinubu, government demands urgent protection of South Africans. In the eyes of the international community, Nigeria is merely viewed as a struggling, dependent, third world country without any real leadership. Paul Kagame of Rwanda is now seen as the leader extraordinary of Africa. He is envied by some, but deeply admired by many other world leaders. One call from him gets the ball rolling. Right. All right. Okay. I'm pretty sure that some other foreign interventionist type personnel that in those places saying, no, we're okay. You be like, what? I said foreign intervention. Well, they said they know. They said they know what's going on in Rwanda. He said, no, we ain't getting involved with that. But are they supposed to be Pan-African brothers and sisters? No. Don't try to put us in that. No. Imagine Mr. Tinubu calling on the South African government to protect Nigerians. If that is easy, why can't he protect Nigerians under his umbrella? Does he think the world doesn't know about his rudderless, whatever, leadership, a complete failure, asking another to wake up? Yeah, that's some hypocrisy going on. See here, I think there's a couple more. Now, let's see if this is pan-Nigerian love. Everyone in Nigeria knows the Igbos is the foremost trades in the country. Entrepreneurship is their main domain. Like it or hate it, it doesn't matter. Mr. Trump, during one of his presidential campaigns, found an Igbo man in a remote part of Alaska and simply remarked, amazing. What exactly does hate do for you? I'm happy to be told I am Igbo. Better by far than to be from wherever you come from. I am happy to be associated with successful people than people who look for shortcuts. Ooh, you think he's not talking about some other type of tribe within Nigeria? Does that sound like, again, pan-Nigerian love? Of course not. Oh, yes, he did campaign to Alaska, but your story is made up. Do you see which one is it, right? Line, moron. Trump did not campaign Alaska. Next. Oh, Trump actually campaigned Alaska in 2022 Save America rally for the support of former Governor Sarah Palin, who ran for House of Reps, and also for such and such person, ran for Senate. I think you're bigger than all of these. I don't even think such and such is from Igbo extraction, except it's not even important that part. I think there's one, who actually hypnotized Nigerians. They still have realized that there is no one in charge. They're on their own. Unalignments by terrorists has not become a part of us. No longer news. See what South Africa is doing to Nigerians? No one is saying anything serious. Just lip service. But again, Black Americans are told, y'all just need to call yourself Africans. I don't think so. People's like, some of the ones that understand, they're like, I don't think so. Black Americans are their own uniqueness, right? How many times numbers of Black Americans, especially in the 80s, 90s, who was going to places over there in Nigeria and various other places, helping out, right? Trying to help fight for some causes over there. Went to South Africa, fighting for some causes, right? Trying to help out against apartheid in various other countries. And how many times numbers of Black Americans have not, then and now in 2026, have not gotten the reciprocity of saying, I thank you, Black Americans. No, we are going to demand, however, sectionality within the U.S. going to give what is already should be earned, what is it is earned, or it's already earned from the centers of what they've done to Black Americans. So we're going to demand, however, people, whatever, and officials give reparations to Black Americans. We're going to demand that, however, officials, etc., pass legislation, politicalness, right, laws to sit there and provide anti-Black American hate crime laws. Nope. You see the hypocrisy, right? The hypocrisy is very real. But you got people doing just like this. Those are people. I thank you for tuning in to the Real CP Show.